Today's WNEM TV5 Morning Extra is brought to you by Roof Max of Midland.
Hello and good morning on this Monday. Thanks for tuning in to TV5 Morning Extra. If you are watching us on Facebook or YouTube, we'd love you to like, comment, and follow. Let us know what stories matter the most to you. I'm Christine Winter.
And I'm Lauren Piesco. First Alert meteorologist Matthew Mondro has a check of some changes coming up in your forecast.
Yeah, Lauren, Christine, we are first alerting you to a big change for tomorrow, which previously looked to be a pretty rainy day, even having some wintry mix in the morning. That system, though, for tomorrow has shifted pretty much entirely to the south. So if we even see any rain here tomorrow, it should be just a stray shower near Flint. Otherwise, pretty dry day at this point for Tuesday. Now, our next round of rainfall, more for the entire TV5 area, that'll be on Thursday, but Flint could see a couple of showers very late in the day on Wednesday as well. But most of the rain at this point really holding off until the late week. First Alert Sky Tracker, though, shows that low pressure system for tomorrow over towards Oklahoma and Texas. Again, you see just more of the southerly track that it's eventually going to be taking. Temperatures this morning, though, in the meantime, they are cold. It's 4 degrees in West Branch. We have 12 in Saginaw, 13 in Flint. We've had a clear sky this morning, but that does mean plenty of sun through this Monday. We'll talk more about a total lunar eclipse and the time change coming up this weekend too. That's just in a little bit. Lauren, Christine, back to you.
All right, Matthew, thank you. Happening tonight, Bay City commissioners continuing their conversation on immigration concerns. Mayor Christopher Gerard is introducing a resolution he says will protect community safety and ensure equal treatment under state and federal law. It's a direct response to Commissioner Chris Runberg's push for a welcoming city resolution. The mayor argues that, though, could put the city at risk of losing federal funding.
Also, during this evening's Bay City Commission meeting, the city manager is recommending a request to give control of Jefferson Street between Columbus Avenue and 11th Street as part of a site remediation project. The Bay City Housing Commission owns the former YMCA and the Bay County Market property in that area. Now, if this recommendation goes through, it'll be referred over to the Planning and Zoning Department staff. The City Commission is recommending approving an agreement with a consulting company as well to help in the search for a new city manager since the current one is retiring next month. That meeting gets underway at 6 this evening at City Hall on Washington Avenue.
The Midland City Council hosts its regular meeting tonight.
Now let's take a look at what's on the agenda. There will be a resolution on 2026 sidewalk improvements and a proclamation on MS Awareness Week. Council members are expected to consider approving construction contracts for storm sewer improvement projects.
Yeah, they'll look at 7 separate stormwater improvement projects, each costing millions of dollars. They're funded by the state's Department of Environment, Great Lakes and Energy, or EGLE, which earmarked $40 million for the city to tackle flooding issues.
That meeting starts at 7 o'clock at City Hall on West Ellsworth Street. To see the full agenda and learn more about the storm sewer improvement work, go to hotlinks at WNEM.com.
More local news now. Voters in Grand Blanc have an important decision to make this spring. A zero increase bond is heading to the ballot on May 5th, and this could mean big changes for the district. If voters approve it, here's what's on the table: a brand new performing arts center, a major remodel and expansion of the historic Perry Center for Early Childhood, new safety and security upgrades across all schools, and continued funding for the district's technology program. Absentee ballots are available starting this month.
Genesee County is receiving 2 new grants from the Rocket Community Fund. The first is for 1 year, $100,000 going to the county treasurer's office. The other is a $90,000 1-year grant for Legal Services of Eastern Michigan, with the goal to help expand property tax exemption assistance and prevent foreclosures in the county.
Happening this week, friends and family organizing a candlelight vigil for Pinconning woman Candy Clem, who's been missing since December. Police searched her home last week but haven't released any details about what they found. Right now, no one has been arrested in connection to her disappearance. That vigil is happening Friday evening at 6 at Pinconning Park. Organizers will have candles on hand for everyone who comes out.
Some new details in the next step in the trial of Sharon Moore this week. An evidentiary hearing is scheduled against the former Michigan football coach. Now, that hearing in Washtenaw County was scheduled to start this morning. It has been pushed back to Friday morning. Moore was fired as U of M's head coach for having an inappropriate relationship with a staffer. He's accused of going to the woman's home last December and threatening to hurt himself. He's been charged with home invasion, breaking and entering, and stalking. Stay with TV5 for updates.
Happening today, Mott Community College in Flint powering down for some major construction work. Starting at 8 o'clock this morning, the entire campus will be shut down while crews begin demolition on the G ramp. You will still be able to access systems remotely, but the campus itself will be off limits. Power should be back up and running by 5 p.m. Mott is on spring break this week.
You are watching TV5 Morning Extra. We're going to take a very quick break, and when we come back, how a new state bill could take some financial strain off Michigan's cannabis industry.
And remember, if you are watching on YouTube, Facebook, or catching clips on Instagram right now, like, follow, and comment on the stories that are important to you. Matthew will have another check of your first alert forecast and what to expect. That's coming up next in 1 minute.
We're tracking a pretty easygoing start to this new work week and the first week of March as well. Plenty of sun expected as we go through today. That's because of the clear skies that we currently have out there too. For your walk-run forecast today, it's certainly going to be cold, so you'll still want to bundle up a little bit. But if you do have some plans to at least try to soak up the sun, even if it's just for a few minutes, we are tracking a pretty quiet day. South wind just at 5 to 10 miles per hour, and we do have temps eventually into the mid-30s by the afternoon, about 36 for the high, maybe even 37 for a couple of spots too. Now we do have a total lunar eclipse coming up tonight as well, so this is pretty cool, especially because the next total lunar eclipse won't be until June 26th of 2029. We do have a couple of partial eclipses though from now to then. But for that total lunar eclipse tonight, the partial eclipse starts at about 4:50 in the morning, and then the total eclipse will be at about 6:04, at least starts at 6:04 in the morning tomorrow. So really this is more of an early Tuesday morning event. I'd say the only issue with the forecast is some cloud coverage potentially. So we do see increasing cloud coverage, especially later on into the night. The hope here is that the clouds will hold off just long enough for the night that we can end up seeing that eclipse. But if we do end up having a good clear view of that, we'll be tracking that with our live cameras tomorrow morning on TV5 Wake Up. So hopefully, again, fingers crossed that we can see it and that the clouds kind of stay away for a little bit longer. But also this upcoming weekend is the time change. We spring forward 1 hour. So Sunday morning, the new sunrise is going to be about 8 o'clock, so a little bit later than it is now. But the new sunset, that'll be very noticeable, 7:33 in the evening. That means that twilight is approaching 8 p.m. on Sunday evening. Here's a look at our temperature outlook, though, too. The long range here shows a pretty decent chance for above normal temperatures across the entirety of the Great Lakes. This is from March 7th to March 11th for this long range outlook. So this really almost goes up through the first half of March. Overall, I will say the first half of March does look warmer than normal. We have more 40s in the forecast and even some 50s as well, so reflecting that long-range temperature outlook. In fact, today at 36 is going to be the coldest day of this week. So we have 44 tomorrow, 47 on Wednesday, and then 43 on Thursday. After that, we then have 50s in the forecast, anywhere from the low to mid 50s Friday and through the upcoming weekend. There are some rain chances with that, though, too. Rain on Thursday, Friday evening. That also goes into Saturday. You'll notice this here too. The rain chance for tomorrow has pretty much entirely gone away. Could see just a stray shower near Flint. That's also the case on Wednesday, possibly just a stray shower near Flint. But realistically, for the entire TV5 viewing area, we don't see more rain returning until Thursday, and that again will bring in the warmth with it. So Lauren, Christine, after today, just getting even warmer from here.
All right, Matthew, thank you. Still unfolding, a proposal. The state capitol aims to bring new hope to the cannabis industry. Marijuana shops across the state say they've been struggling with the marijuana wholesale tax. Pot for potholes, that's the deal state lawmakers struck last year, rounding out the state budget with a 24% wholesale tax on marijuana. The governor signed off on the tax in October, taking effect in January. However, cannabis industry officials say it's been a disaster.
Our businesses were already operating payroll to payroll. Now we're seeing mass layoffs.
Members of the state Senate are now trying to reverse that tax, with effort getting bipartisan support. Republican Senator Jonathan Lindsay is leading the charge, saying in a statement Lansing must realize that growing government by taxing business won't encourage a healthy economy. Lawmakers debated a long-term road funding plan for months last year, and Republican Representative Joe Aragona says it would be tough to go back to the drawing board.
We're a little over $1 billion short in this budget. I think it's going to be hard for us to try and make some type of rollback while also trying to figure out how to come up with revenue.
The marijuana tax was estimated to bring in roughly $420 million in new revenue each year. But Senator Lindsay says he doubts that number now after an increase in product cost and a decrease in sales. The proposal has since been referred to the Senate Committee on Government Operations.
Happening today, registration opens up for the Midland Miracle League. Midland's Miracle Field is a universally accessible soft surface baseball diamond. It offers athletes of all ages with a cognitive or physical impairment a safe and welcoming place to play ball. Registration runs through March 30th. Games are played on Saturdays, and league play begins April 25th. To sign up your player or join as a volunteer, go to hotlinks at WNEM.com.
And tomorrow, the historic Masonic Temple of Bay City hosting a movie night craft-along. All ages are welcome to the Blue Room tomorrow night to watch a movie and work on a craft from 7 to 10 p.m. You are asked to bring your own supplies if you can, but there will be backup art supplies on hand. There will also be concessions for sale, but you are welcome to bring your own food and drinks. Entry is donation only.
They just make everything so good and so fast, and the customer service is amazing.
All right, some long lines and crowds over the weekend in Midland at Boomerang Coffee, opening its third location on North Saginaw Road, where Mugshots Coffee used to be. That new spot offers a drive-through and walk-up window with people already lining up for their coffee, dirty sodas, and quick lunch options.
Our whole mission is to serve our community and help them bounce back better. So to see them coming in and supporting us is really, really awesome. We love to meet our community and meet everybody around us.
All right, that new shop is open Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Saturday and Sunday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m.
All right, we want to check in one more time with Matthew for a look at your first alert weather.
Yeah, and our first alert 7-day forecast here, we are tracking a warm up through this week, even though today a little bit chilly, mid-30s, but it will be a nice day. Plenty of sun and a light wind. But we have more 40s starting tomorrow, even some 50s by Friday and over the weekend as well. And even though we are tracking some rain chances, most of them hold off until Thursday. Could see just a stray shower tomorrow near Flint. That's also the case on Wednesday. So overall, just quiet as we start off the week, and we'll really see those temps starting to warm up.
Just wish we weren't going to lose an hour of sleep.
Yeah. Yeah, just for the one night, though.
Just for the one night,
yeah.
Exactly. All right, well, thanks, Matthew, and thank you so much for joining us live this morning for Morning Extra.
You can find us right back here for TV5 News at 9. We'll see you then.